Going back to work if you've been away for a while through cancer treatment is difficult. And I think there are a number of different things which you ought to think about and which can be established to make the return a little bit easier. The first, certainly, you may or may not have much control over, which is how many hours do you have to go back to work for. Some people can kind of ease their way back, and some people have job situations that they really have to go back full time. If that can be avoided, even for the first couple of weeks, it's helpful. Going back to work part-time is easier physically and emotionally, even if you can only do that part-time for a very short period. My other recommendation about part-time is don't think, oh, I'll go in at the usual time and leave early, because in most jobs it's pretty hard to walk out once you're there. If you can go in late and then stay to more or less the regular time, that probably will be easier to stick with. It also is often easier to go in, say, 5 short days than 3 long days, in the beginning, just because 8 or 9 hours of work may be exhausting to somebody who's been out. Again, recognizing somebody may or may not have any choice about that. The rules may be, nope, you come back and you work, your full-time job. Whatever the case, it's also really important to think ahead of time about what do people at your workplace already know about your cancer, what do you want them to know, how much do you want to talk about it. Every office has a couple people who can be counted on to be gossips in the negative way or the good communicators, in the positive way. And we can each identify who in our office is that, and then go in and talk to that person or call up and talk to that person and say, all right, I'm coming back next week, and this is what I want people to know, that you can remind them I've been out, I've been going through cancer treatment, I look different, I'm still wearing a wig, but I welcome questions about it, or I don't want to talk about it. What I want people to say is, Jane, how nice to see you. I'm so glad you're back. But let people know ahead of time what you want. Most people will respect that. Not everybody will. If you don't want to talk about it at work and somebody comes up and starts asking questions, it's completely appropriate to say, I'm trying to have my return to work be a cancer-free zone. I'd love to talk to you about this outside of work, but I don't want to talk about it here. And people will understand that. If you want to talk, it's fine. If you don't want to talk, that's easily fine. People also find sometimes at work that they immediately become the cancer magnet, and going forward, anytime a colleague knows somebody else who's diagnosed with cancer or is diagnosed themselves, they come to you, and you have a choice about that too. You can do that role if it's comfortable, and you can also say, thanks, but no thanks. The way I am living after cancer is just trying to move as far away from it as possible. So no, I can't be too helpful, and that's perfectly all right.